Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. There's an old joke about a guy that was walking through a graveyard and he saw a headstone that said, "Here lies an honest man and a politician." And he said, "Why did they put two people in that grave?" Obviously, he didn't believe it was possible to be an honest Christian and also to be a politician. Well, there's a guy that might just prove the exception to that, and his name was William McKinley. Now, there were only 4 US presidents that were assassinated while in office. All of us know about John F. Kennedy and Abraham Lincoln. There was also James Garfield, who was the only ordained preacher ever to become president of the United States. He was also assassinated. And the 4th was William McKinley. Now, William McKinley, he was president from 1897 to 1901, and he was a committed Christian. As a 10-year-old boy, he got down on his knees and gave his life to Jesus at a Methodist camp meeting. He met his wife-to-be at a church picnic, and they did their courting on Sunday mornings as they went to 2 different churches. William would be walking to the Methodist church where he worshipped every Sunday, and Ida would be walking to the Presbyterian church where she taught a Sunday school class, and the 2 of them would chat with each other, and that was where they did all their courting, was on the road to church, to the respective churches. Now, William McKinley, when he was elected president, he said this at his first inauguration: "Our faith teaches us that there is no safer reliance than upon the God of our fathers, who has so singularly favored the American people in every national trial, and who will not forsake us so long as we obey his commandments and walk humbly in his footsteps." And William McKinley tried to follow that. All through his life, every day of his life, including while he was president, he started every day with prayer and Bible study. He had to make some difficult decisions. He was forced by public opinion and the press to eventually declare war against Spain in what was known as the Spanish-American War. And he found that he didn't want to declare war, and he felt forced into it. And he had a conversation with members of the Methodist World Missions Board, where he described to them how night after night he would pace through the White House praying to God and asking God to give him direction as to what decision that he should make. He was elected to a 2nd term in 1901, but that same year was attacked by an anarchist who shot him. And when he was shot, he actually called out, as he's lying there wounded on the ground, he called out to his security guards around him as they went to grab the gunman, "Go easy on him, boys, go easy on him." And in fact, he lived on for another 8 days until his wound developed gangrene, and that's what he died of. And William McKinley publicly forgave his assassin. Not that that helped his assassin very much, because he still got prosecuted, was still convicted of murder, and was subsequently sent to the electric chair. But William McKinley, after 8 days, the gangrene got worse, and on the final day, he repeated some lines from the hymn, "Nearer, my God, to thee," and prayed, and then he died. And this is why I told the joke at the beginning about the honest man and the politician, because his doctor who treated him throughout those 8 days said this: "Up to this time, I'd never really believed that a man could be a good Christian and a good politician." But he found that that was true as he watched the last days of William McKinley. Our secular environment in which we live, even if it's a rough and tumble environment like the White House or the political scene, it does not have to dictate how we behave. It does not mean that we have to compromise our faith and our morality. But as William McKinley showed, your faith and morality can be true and intact, even if you end up living in such a murky world as national politics. So whatever you go through today, whatever compromises you feel you are being pressurized into, whatever pressures you feel you are under, I want to encourage you today. Your secular environment around you does not have to change your faith and your morality, but rather your faith and your morality can change the environment in which you live. We can learn that much from William McKinley, the only American president to have been assassinated and yet to have publicly forgiven his assassin. May God help us today to be a people that walk in forgiveness, but more than that, to be people who walk according to the principles and the truth that we know to be true, no matter what's going on around us. May God help us to do that. Join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.